Dating back to about 150 years ago, there was a chassid who was quite scholarly and diligent. He would learn Torah day and night, and he was quite aloof from the world because he was just so preoccupied with learning Torah. He found out that Tsar Nikolai had been appointed as the Tsar, and he was surprised. Hadn't Tsar Nikolai become the Tsar many years ago when I was a kid? He didn't realize that this was Tsar Nikolai II, not Tsar Nikolai I, who had become Tsar when he was a kid. Literally 2 generations later. And he was totally unaware of the political environment of the time. The reason was because he wasn't involved in politics. He wasn't involved in following the social media of the time, the media of the time. He was focused. He was focused on what mattered to him. This is an important Jewish value. Learning Torah. Learning Torah is what we do. It's where we put our minds. We don't invest our minds in politics, in news, in media, because then that becomes our perspective. We want God's values, our values, to become our perspective. In 1957, there was an individual who wrote to the Rebbe. He wanted to learn Torah. He was going through a difficult time because he couldn't find the zitzflesh, the ability to be diligent, to focus in his learning. And you got to imagine the tension that this person is going through. He has something that he deeply values. He really wants to learn. He wants to become more acquainted with his religion, to understand his values more. He wants to become a resource for himself, for others. He wants to share a Dvar Torah at the Parsha table, at the Shabbos table. He wants to become more knowledgeable, but he can't focus. It's an uphill battle. He can't get himself to do it. There's too many things going on. He wrote to the Rebbe, and the Rebbe told him in his letter 3 steps that he could do, 3 practical things that he could do to become more diligent and be able to focus better in learning. Number 1, have a set time for learning, but this set time shouldn't be overbearing. Don't overdo it. Sometimes when we try to take on new things and we're excited about it, we're passionate about it, we become all gung-ho and we overdo it and we fail and we burn out. And the Rebbe told him, pick a set time for learning, but be practical. Don't be overbearing on yourself. Number 2, the Rebbe encouraged this person to get a chavrusa, to learn with somebody else, besides for the value of pilpul hatalmidim, as discussed in Perkei Avos, of the value of learning Torah with other people and bantering with other people. Somebody's waiting for you. You're going to feel compelled to show up. You're going to feel that sense of pressure. Number 3, after number 2, having a set time. A set time that's not overbearing and that's within your means. After having a chavrusa who's going to pressure you to show up. So now, number 3, inevitably you may fail the first, second, or even third time, but don't give up. Become resilient. Be persistent. Keep on going. Because these types of things take time to build it into our nature. It's not an overnight success. It takes time, and don't give up. Keep on going, and eventually you are going to see that success. Now, this type of success, in truth, as any success, comes from God. You need siyata d'shmaya. You need blessing from God. So the Rebbe encouraged him at the conclusion of the letter to make sure to give tzedakah daily before davening, and to recite certain kapitelach, certain chapters of Tehillim, and pray after davening. When we're in times of need, when we're feeling desperate, we open it to Tehillim, and with tears we beseech God. And it's no different when it comes to Torah study. This is important. This is something we really want and really need, and it's crucial. So we turn to God and say, God, this is what I want. This is what you want. Please help me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.